Hello.
Are we okay? Yes. How are you feeling? Are we inspired? Yeah, I hope so. Okay, so my role basically is to close off everything that we need to know about CX, and especially the fact that it's the right thing to do, it's the thing that all businesses should be focusing on, I think has been said, unless you feel like there's more that we can talk about in that space. So my role is to sum up and then say, what are then the barriers to doing the things that we know should be done? Why is it that sometimes we find ourselves struggling to do the things that we know should be done? And we've got a theory around that. And the theory is that sometimes the barriers are emotional and psychological. And that's why we struggle to move forward. And I mean, if you understand businesses, why businesses were created, most businesses were created. I don't know about you, especially with the show of hands here, if your business or the business you're working for was created or designed to sell experiences. To sell experiences. To sell experiences. It's designed to. Most of us are not. Our businesses were created to sell products and services rather than experiences. Experiences you need. So in order for our businesses to start selling experiences, what needs to happen? Something has to happen. Something has to give. You can't continue the way things have always been done because it wasn't created. So what needs to happen? The business has to transform. The whole business has to transform to be more geared towards delivering an experience versus selling a service or a product. I looked up what transformation, the word transformation, what does it mean? And what came up, business transformation, what came up very clearly is that it's a radical change. It's not like incremental changes that you need to be making. It has to be radical. That's what transformation, business transformation means. Yeah? Like the caterpillar. It starts up as a caterpillar, ends up as a butterfly. If you see a butterfly, you wouldn't imagine how the different form it used to be. It's a completely different form. It's the same thing. Went through a process to get it to that different form. And that's exactly what the business is going to do. And now if you're a South African, like me, the moment you hear transformation, what do you think of? What comes to mind? Exactly. Diversity and inclusion. We are primed that way. The moment you just hear the word, you hear diversity and inclusion. And there's a lot we can learn from that concept of diversity and inclusion. Because if you can look, we've been on this road for the past 25 years now of why it's important to transform our businesses from a diversity and inclusion perspective. We know we should. It makes business sense, it's been proven. Yet you can walk into any company right now, South African company right now, and look at all their structures and see if you will see a true reflection of South Africa in those structures. Very few companies. 25 years later. Why is that? We ask ourselves. This is one study. There's many studies that you can look at that show the progress we've made from a diversity and inclusion perspective. They tell you the same picture. This one is a global study that's been done with top 100 most diverse and inclusive companies from a gender perspective. Globally. At least we have 4 of our companies that made it there, 24, 42, 58, 95. But we could do more. Considering that as a country, we have frameworks, we have policies, we have this obsession that even when you hear the word, you immediately associate it with something. It tells you we are primed for those things, so we should be top in the world when it comes to diversity, but we're not. And why is that? It's because to get a company to become truly diverse and inclusive, it has to be a deliberate effort. It has to involve a culture that puts people at the center of the business strategy. And what we learn from experts in the field, Nanemole is one of them. She does a lot of work in the area, locally and globally. And she says that among the companies that she was worked with that have gotten it right, it has been driven from the top. That's the only way it works. When it comes from all other angles, it doesn't work. It only works when it's human. And she says you need to work with the mind, the heart, and the hands. Why the mind? The mind is easy. I mean, when I show you now, it makes business sense. You get it. It makes business sense. Customer experience makes business sense. That we should be delivering experiences rather than just selling people products that they will either use or not use. It makes business sense. So when we know that it makes business sense, what do we often do? We rush to the heads. We do something. We get involved in initiatives. We're all running around doing something, some initiatives. Why? Because we know we should be doing this stuff. But when the heart is not there, then we find ourselves in a cycle. We're constantly going back to where we started. Why? Because we haven't engaged the heart. It's the same thing with experience, customer experience. Exactly the same thing. And that's why as Kantar we believe that there's a strong resemblance to this. And it's actually scary when you realize how long we've come with the concept of diversity and inclusion as a country. Then if it's similar to customer experience, then it means this is how long we're going to be on this journey of trying to transform companies to become customer-centric. Why? Because it takes we have to involve people in their hearts to say, your silos have to be broken down. These businesses that you proud yourself that have got this department belongs to me, it can't belong to you. It has to work together to address customer needs. So in order for you to do that for somebody, you have to speak to their hearts. You can't just speak to them here. It makes sense, they will agree with you, but they will go and do something else. Why? Because in their hearts they have it. It's exactly the same thing. So there's lessons we can learn from that. We've seen, all the presentation have shown that there's definitely a gap between how companies see themselves as delivering great customer experiences versus what the feedback they receive from customers, what customers say. We've seen from all the presentation. Why is it that there's such a gap? Because it's the right thing to do. So which CEO do you think will come and tell you, no, you're actually failing this much? Because intellectually they know it's something that I should be doing. And therefore, because they involved in some activities, therefore we must be doing something right. And customers turn around and say, no, actually you're very far from getting it right. Because there's certain things that need to be done in order for you to get to that point. And what is the result of that? Frustration from customers. But it's good frustration because they say they're so frustrated that they are even willing to pay more for better experience. What does it say? There's a business case for this. You can even charge for it. You know, customers want this, so it makes complete business sense that we should be doing. So what is the problem? And then when you ask customer experience professionals, what do they say? They say the problem is there's a mismatch between what the customer experience professional is supposed to be doing versus what they're allowed to do. Many of us who work as customer experience professionals can attest to that. That you get hired, when you get that job description, you're like, whoa, I'm going to do amazing things in this company. Only to realize that no, you spend most of your time fighting that you shouldn't be fighting versus doing the work you need to be doing. There's a mismatch. Yeah. And because of that mismatch, then the return on investment of hiring you, they can't see it. Because you're running around with initiatives and you're not having an impact. So then you can't say that there's value in bringing a customer experience professional in this organization. Because why? You want to see the value. And it gets worse. Because then when they don't understand or they're not pushing the customer experience conversation, then they fall back to what they've always known. Which is that, guys, we need to push sales. So how do you push sales? Again, you go back to initiatives. Let's reduce prices. Let's do this. Again, small things that will help us say we've closed with the year well. But then what does that mean from moving the organization towards being customer-centric? It means you're staying further and further behind. The same way with the diversity and inclusion. 25 years later, here we are, still having the same conversation. That if we had it in the right way earlier, probably be far. It's the same thing. We keep going back to what we've always known. And again, the same study, when they asked customer experience professionals, what do they think are the barriers to getting customer experience rights or customer centricity rights in the organization? The top 4 barriers that we named were achieving a single view of the customer. You can all agree, you can get a single view of the customer and probably more customer experience. The second one was achieving a consistent customer experience across all channels. Where we like to be. The lack of C-suite buy-in and employee engagement. It's logical when you look at it, when you look at the answers. But if you were to ask me, I would say the biggest problem is here. If you get the buy-in, it becomes easy to have the conversation around the same thing, because the top level tells that this is what's going to be done, and often it gets done. Again, it becomes easier to then achieve the consistent customer experience throughout the organization. Why? Because the top level would have said, this is the experience we're delivering, and everyone must work around it. And again, the employee engagement becomes part of the culture of the organization, because we work for the customer to deliver customer experiences. So the fact that as professionals, customer experience professionals ourselves, we are not looking at the problem correctly is a problem. Yeah? It reflects back on us. We are running around with initiatives. We need buy-in from this team, we need buy-in from that team. It's exhausting. You need buy-in from the right people who will help you get the things done. And when you ask the influence of CX across other departments, again, the picture is very clear. There's some influence in some departments, but it's not documented. So it's informal. So it depends on you having good relationships with certain teams. Then they call you when they have engagements that involve a customer. So you get invited. You're not driving the conversation. It's not that this is what the customer wants, this is what the customer needs, and this is how the customer prefers that these are delivered. And therefore, we need a product that will deliver that. And therefore, we need marketing that will deliver that. We get invited into conversations, not leading the conversation. It's a problem. And we are the problem. So if anything has to change, we need to change. We need to change how we see our role as customer experience professionals and fight the right fights. And what it says is that there's an opportunity, which is a good thing. It means there's an opportunity. We can grow the profession. So how can we do that? We need to be lobbying for the strategy development processes to be changing and start including customer experience to be at the center. I know most companies, they have processes, and that time of the year when we're developing strategies, everyone is busy running around trying to bring input into the strategy and goes through different processes. Eventually, then the strategy is either accepted or not accepted and gets implemented. And usually, the guys who have the final say, that will ensure that the strategy is either implemented or not, it's finance. You will get there, they will tell you, nice, very well done, but you don't have a budget for this. And that's it. Dies right just like that. Customer experience needs to move towards that space. You need to come and say, be the gate that says, this cannot go ahead. Why? It does not address customer centricity. You guys are not working together to deliver a consistent customer experience. It needs to be that. It needs to move to that level. It can't be that I have good relationships with this team and therefore they listen to me and they do the initiatives that I'm asking them to do. You can't operate at that level. We're too limited. As Kantar, we have a view of how that could be done. And we have tools that can enable you to do what needs to be done at different phases of your journey, because it is a journey ultimately. But the first one is defining the vision. You need your North Star. And that North Star is being spoken about in the previous presentation. That North Star is closely aligned to your brand. And that is a bold decision. It's not a team body makes decision. It's a bold decision. When you say as a brand, this is what we stand for, and this is the experience that we expect our organization to then deliver based on our plan. And once you've got that right, then you can move towards the KPIs and how do you manage and galvanize the business to then deliver on what the North Star is. Then you move from that, you engage everybody. Everybody comes on board and behind this vision that the organization has set for customer experience. It's logical. And then lastly, you monitor and measure impact. How well are you doing? And it goes back to feet. How far are you from achieving the next time? Most of our clients are here. Because again, we know the right thing to do. Let's measure, how are we doing? Then you get the measurements, the mirror says, no, you're performing badly. But you don't know against what. Like, what are you working towards for this thing to tell you you're performing badly? Then you get upset. I don't like this measurement. Let's find another company that can help us measure better. No, you need to know why are you doing what you're doing. What are you working towards? How far are you from getting there? Because it will take time. It's not an overnight thing. Yeah? So, as Kantar, we are more than willing to work with you on this journey. It's a journey. We appreciate that it's a journey. A butterfly does not become a butterfly overnight. It takes some time. And we are willing to work with you on that journey. Thank you so much.